his opponent across the ring, ready to fight on my right. Out of the blue corner, he is wearing silver trunks. His weight 112 pounds. From San Antonio, Texas, he is undefeated at 8 wins, no losses, with 5 knockouts. Introducing Gabriel Kid Combo Elizondo.
And with that, we are set to go. Glenn Donaire and Gabriel Elizondo.
You heard those cheers for Elizondo, and I've been told that he sold himself over 100 tickets, which certainly makes him any promoter's friend. He might start getting calls from all over the country.
It's one of those tough calls there for Elizondo, taking on a guy who he obviously doesn't know, because he's a California fighter, has fought 4 of his 5 fights in the state of California. Can't know a lot about Donaire. Donaire's knocked out every opponent that he's faced so far, so says something about Elizondo's confidence, I think, to take this guy on.
Yeah, I love it. You don't see this kind of matchup early in careers of guys, an 8-0 guy against a 5-0 guy. That makes this one certainly intriguing.
Now, one thing that Donaire does is he stands right in front of you here. He's all squared up right in front of Elizondo.
Something else to keep in mind now, these two are both well-schooled. Although they only have a handful of professional fights, both of them had extensive amateur backgrounds. Both of them fought in the Olympic trials and got through a few rounds, and both of them lost to the guys who made the Olympic team. Elizondo lost to Jose Navarro. It was a low blow. And Donaire lost to Brian Valoria. So these two kids coming into the professional ranks are ready to turn pro.
Yeah, they're both going for home runs, too, early in this fight. Both pretty quick-handed, which you expect at this weight.
And they score a lot of knockouts for this weight.
Nice body shot by Donaire. He takes one from Elizondo.
Yeah, the Filipino bomber really knows how to throw a good punch to the body.
Took a left hand there from Elizondo. These are two, as you said, very skilled young fighters.
Well, you know, you can't replace that amateur competition because you fight the best from so many countries. And these two guys have been in a lot of international competition.
Kind of like to see Donaire give Elizondo some angles, though. He's right there.
Yeah, he's squared up right in front of him. But he has a lot of confidence in his own punching ability, Gary. When you're 5-0, there you see it.
Yes, and well called that time. That was a knockdown.
That's why he has the confidence to just stand there in front of a guy and do it, because everyone has fallen before his fist in every fight so far as a pro.
Ruben Curran doing absolutely the right thing, calling that a knockdown, even though he wasn't hurt by it. A lot of referees would have ignored that.
Boy, look at the legs of Donaire. They are spread wide apart. You rarely see fighters with, oh, look at that.
Well, you said it. Good call, partner.
And that's what happens.
Yes. Just to conclude that sentence.
He just lost his fundamentals there. Well, I think we're seeing maybe the first even round I'll score since we've been on the air for 3 years.
That was a terrific round.
Put that one in the highlight reel for round of the year.
Yeah, that was great.
That one's a definite round of the year candidate.
Okay. Right hand by the shot. The Curly style. Here comes the Curly.
Two knockdowns in that round. First man to visit the canvas is Elizondo. There he's hit with that looping overhand right. Good power. Elizondo went down. And then at the end of the round, there's a right, beautiful thrown right hand by Kid Combo Elizondo. And he was able to score a knockdown himself. And I think even up the round, I called it 10-10. I wonder what the judges did with it. I'll tell you, this crowd is in a panic.
Yeah, it's terrific. Well, this has been a good fight crowd. Very supportive of San Antonio fighters and very appreciative of those like Donaire who come from outside of San Antonio but show some skills and show some ticker.
This is fight country. I mean, I love coming in here because the fans are knowledgeable boxing fans in many of the Texas cities.
Yep, El Paso, very good. We're going to be down in McAllen, Texas in a couple of weeks.
Once again, squared up, legs spread wide apart is Donaire, giving no angles at all. Right in front of Elizondo. But, you know, he likes to get into close range and pressure his opponents.
And there's another big right hand and knocked Elizondo backward.
Think he's got some pop in that right?
He does. So he's willing to take to give. But I still think it's something he's going to have to go to school on. That was another good right hand. A lot of punches being thrown by both men in this fight.
I get the feeling we haven't seen the last knockdown in this fight.
No, I think you're right.
Donaire, remember, has knocked out every opponent he's faced as a pro. And Elizondo 5 out of 8.
Good right hand again. He's getting Elizondo going backwards.
Yeah, he's got him moving back. He's picking up momentum. Donaire is just so confident in his punching power there. He's willing to take not just one to land one, but more than that. He feels his one is going to have more effect than your 2 or 3.
Well, and he's right so far.
Right now, Donaire is imposing his will on Elizondo.
Yeah, Elizondo's going backward this whole round.
Kid combo with his first real combination of the round.
A lot of those are caught in the gloves of Donaire, though. Crowd really into this fight.
There's some good, real good moments there for Elizondo. His punches still have sting to them, Gary.
This actually was a very close round.
But the kind of outside the bun.
We move along in what has been a very entertaining fight. It's scheduled for 6 rounds. This is round 3.
It's very interesting that many in the crowd were cheering through the 60-second between rounds period. Very vocal in their support of the boxers. Both boxers wore God Bless America t-shirts into the ring. And Elizondo has the American flag fashioned to his beautiful silver trunks.
This round starts out just like the other ones, and that is Donaire in pursuit of Elizondo. There's the right hand. Good body shot. Elizondo out-punching him 3-1.
You know, now Donaire...
And a big left hand. Well, he had Elizondo looking for the right, and he hit him with the left.
Well, I'll tell you now, he has scored knockdowns with both hands. So now you know he's got that power in both gloves. I was just going to say that he had scored a knockdown with the right hand and had shown a great left to the body. But he came upstairs with it there and landed a great left to the head.
Bombed the right hand again. I'm not sure even with that he's really hurt Elizondo yet. And you've got Donaire in front by a point. But he does have Elizondo in retreat again.
Oh, this is just terrific stuff. Well, we may get our round of the year and our prelim fight of the year.
Could be. Yeah, it could be. He's a good body puncher, too, Donaire. Now he opens up, does Elizondo.
Just a terrific match, Barry.
That one might have strayed a little low.
Yep. To make this match on every card.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Well, again, you mentioned it earlier. You don't often see two undefeated fighters early in their career, and this is what you get. And it's not always a horrible thing for a young fighter to lose a fight.
That was a good bounce back by Elizondo after he was knocked down.
So we come now to round number 4. This fight's still there for the taking for either fighter. Elizondo comes out with a good jab.
This round starting a little bit slower. The boxers looking at each other, just thinking maybe we'll box a little this round. Maybe we'll show some skills this round. Well, they've shown that they're skilled, how would you say, skilled brawlers, I guess?
Yeah, it hasn't been sloppy, and it hasn't been an amateurish fight at all.
It's just, these two guys have a lot of power.
Now a 3-point edge on your card. You did make that a 10-8 round. Huh?
I made it a 10-8 round. I normally will score a knockdown around 10-8, even if the other fighter bounces back a little, Barry, because I just feel that a knockdown is a major event during the course of a fight. Although in this fight, it's becoming a routine.
Yeah, it is. There have been 3. 2 by Donaire, 1 by Elizondo.
Well, I'm telling you, he's got that widespread stance, does Donaire, but he plants when he throws that left, Barry. He's got a lot of forward momentum and leverage going with that punch.
Yeah, I think what it is that his stance is wide, but when he sets to throw a punch, he's very much on balance. Sean O'Grady is here now. We've been talking about Donaire, Sean, and there's a lot of things he does with his feet that are wrong, but when he's ready to throw a punch, he's balanced.
More than throwing punches. He realizes that. You got to throw punches in fights.
You know,
basic boxing.
Elizondo has been doing a nice job, even going backward, it's still landing stinging punches in this round.
Very few fighters can do that. He can. Also, he turns around nicely. He gets the angle on his opponent, and then he scores. When you get your angle on the opponent, you have a benefit over him. You have an advantage.
This round, it has turned more into a boxing match, and it has been to Elizondo's advantage to have it that way. The stylistic difference of this round. We said earlier that Donaire was imposing his will, but now what is happening here is Elizondo is trying to impose his style in the fight.
And you're right, in this round he has done that. Donaire has been unable to really get off in this round.
Donaire's eyes beginning to swell all of a sudden, the left eye beginning to swell dramatically. Still he comes forward.
Elizondo pushes him off. Much better round for Elizondo.
Imagine if every fantasy in your mind played out in real.
Their 10th win in a row against the last-place Pirates will wrap up that series and look ahead to tomorrow's showdown with the division-leading Astros. Plus, a wrap-up of all today's action in the NL wildcard race. So join Danny Potash and me for the Midwest Sports Report tonight at 10.
Welcome back to Sunset Station. Of course, the Sunday Night Fights. You can see them every Sunday night here on Fox Sports Net. Same time, same place. The Sunday Night Fights on Fox Sports Net. Round 5. Gabriel Elizondo, Glenn Donaire. Donaire in the blue trunks, Elizondo in the silver. Last round, a much better round for Elizondo, but he needed it.
Well, of course, you know, one critical round is going to be that first round, Barry, as to how the judges scored it. Now, I scored it even. They each had a They each had a knockdown in that round, but if the judges rarely score a round even, and if they did not, you know, it'll be interesting to see who they give that first round to. And I think if you had to give it an edge in that first round, it might have been to Elizondo, so that would tighten up the scoring certainly considerably.
Well, and I think also the round that you made a 10-8 round, I think if a lot of judges, if the other guy does make a bit of a comeback, he might not have enough to win the round, but it would be a 10-9 instead of a 10-8. So that's another thing to look at. And the other thing, of course, and you hate to say this, but it is a simple fact in boxing, and that's being hometown.
No, that never plays a role.
No, I know. That's why you fought only in Oklahoma City.
You know, there certainly seems to be a different. Come on, give me a break here. There certainly I'm trying to change the subject. Seems to be a different complexion in the fight here than was in those early rounds. Elizondo more mobile, trying to pick his shots.
Yeah, Elizondo is on the gas a little bit more now, and Donaire not quite as well. There's a right hand, just as I say that, by Donaire.
But Elizondo has seemed to get his mind into a framework here, Barry, that he's better off not slugging and exchanging punches with Donaire, but instead using lateral movement and attempting to box him.
Yeah, he's given him a little more side to side the last couple of rounds. That's helped him,
especially at this point in the fight. Good combination. Elizondo on the inside.
Yeah, and did you see the angles he's giving Donaire? He's punching from different angles, and Donaire doesn't exactly know what's coming back at him.
Yeah, the skill level is definitely on the side of Gabriel Elizondo.
A very intelligent adjustment has been made by Elizondo in this fight, and that's something you look for in a fighter and also his corner, which may have instructed him to do that.
And he is more relaxed. Elizondo freely throwing his punches. Donaire trying to push his, looking for the KO. The crowd spurring him on to victory. Some of the tape working itself loose from Elizondo.
This is great stuff Elizondo is giving us right now.
Nice side-to-side movement. Get the angle and then score.
Elizondo just not letting Donaire get inside as he did through the first three and even part of the fourth round. Best round of the fight, I think, for Gabriel.
Like Robbie Pete.
He looks very anxious to get out there.
Filipino bomber.
Sixth and final round. They touch gloves. And this round conceivably could decide the fight. Elizondo trying to work the jab, going side to side.
Right to the lateral movement, using his legs as Elizondo, mostly circling to his left, but every now and then circling back the other way to show him a different look. But mostly going the way that he's going right now, to the left.
Moving to the left is an easier move for a right-hander to make. His feet don't cross up. You move to the right. You've really got to be cognizant of your feet. Oh, good right hand. The right throws from Donaire.
Donaire getting there with a combination for the first time in about a round and a half. This is where Donaire wants to be, right at about this range.
Now let's see if Elizondo forgets what got him success in the last couple of rounds. That was a nice combination.
Sure was. Finished with a straight right hand.
Glenn has to move his head. When he gets hit with one shot, you got to move your head. Side to side, bob and weave. There you go. And then fire back. Elizondo very elusive.
Donaire complaining about a headbutt, and as he turned to mention it to the referee, Elizondo clipped into the right hand. Perfectly legal.
Yep, you better protect yourself at all times. What is wrong here now? Oh, Donaire lost his mouthpiece. There it is. He had said something and began running around the ring.
Left hand by Donaire. I think that got Elizondo's attention. Elizondo, though, right back on his bike. But this is an offensive posture, not a defensive posture.
And Elizondo throwing more punches. Look at this combination. Kid combo.
A knockdown for either man here could seal the fight for either guy.
I think so too. 30 seconds left to get it done.
I think each guy still has the power to score a knockdown too at this point.
Elizondo, as Sean mentioned, is throwing more punches. He has the whole fight, but the harder punches have been thrown by Donaire.
I'll tell you, Barry, if these fans came here tonight to San Antonio for a diversion, a chance to smile, and a chance to enjoy some great athletic competition, they've already found it worth the money tonight.
That was a terrific fight. And it is over. It is in the hands of the judges, and I think it should really be an interesting decision-making process for the judges. And Glenn Donaire, and let's all find out right now as we go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. Jimmy?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Steve Jaramillo scores about 59-55. Judge Joel Elizondo scores about 58-56. Judge Gail Van Hoy scores about 58-55. All 3 in favor of the winner, Kid Combo Gabriel Elizondo.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know that I can argue with the decision, but I...